Urho and the Christmas ham. Christmas was always a magical time in the house, filled with twinkling lights, the sound of laughter, and the irresistible smell of delicious food coming from the kitchen. This was Urho's first Christmas, and the centerpiece of the holiday feast was always a large ham slowly roasting in the oven. It filled the house with its rich aroma, but no one seemed more excited about it than Urho, the family's beloved Labrador. From the moment the ham was placed in the oven, Urho knew something special was happening. His nose twitched as the smell of roasting meat filled the air, and without hesitation, he made his way to the kitchen. There he took his usual spot, right in front of the oven, his eyes fixed on the door, as though it was the only thing in the world that mattered. Urho sat patiently, his tail wagging every now and then, but he never took his eyes off the oven. Hours passed, and the laughter of family members echoed through the house as they came and went, wrapping presents, setting the table, and preparing for the feast. But Urho stayed put, his gaze never shifting. His determination was strong, and his patience legendary. Every so often, Urho would glance over at Satu or Erasmus with his big, hopeful eyes, as if to say, "Is it time yet?" But they would smile and shake their heads, reminding him that good things come to those who wait. The delicious smell of the ham grew stronger, and Urho's excitement built. His tail wagged a little faster now, but he remained seated, his gaze locked on the oven door. Finally, after what felt like forever to him, the timer dinged and the moment he'd been waiting for arrived. As the oven door opened and the warm, savory aroma of the ham filled the room, Urho perked up, his whole body alert with anticipation. But despite his eagerness, Urho knew better than to jump or rush to the table. He sat perfectly still, his tail wagging furiously, waiting for his chance. The ham was placed on the table, and the family began serving the meal. Urho watched closely, his eyes full of hope. He'd been so patient, so dedicated, and finally his reward came. Satu smiled down at him, holding out a small slice of ham. "Here you go, Urho," she said warmly, handing him the treat he'd been waiting for so long. Urho devoured the slice with pure joy, his tail wagging so hard it looked like it might take off. The family laughed, watching their loyal puppy finally enjoy his well-earned treat. Urho's patience had paid off, and his hopeful anticipation had become one of the family's favorite Christmas traditions, just as much a part of the holiday as the ham itself. As the evening drew on, Urho curled up by the fire, content and full, knowing that sometimes the best things in life are worth the wait.